welcome back. Today we're back on the bus fitting out the interior. If you looked at my last couple of videos, you'll see that I've kind of created all of this inside here. So check back on that stuff. Table was the last thing to go in. That table then fits as the door in this unit. And today I'm going to carry on with this last unit, which is something that's going to go in here. In this space, and I'm initially going to use this for my daughter's wedding, so I thought, make a champagne bucket, why not put that in there? So that's going to go in there. So I'm just going to fabricate the unit up to get the champagne bucket in. I mean, later I can take that out and that'll give me a hole and a cover on that for storage, but that's the idea for today. And I've prefabricated all of the parts of the box, so we're just going to get that bit together. So I'm using the same process as I did on the other unit, so I won't take a lot of time on that. Basically, I put some beading on. I just used some pretty standard wood glue, and using my trusty 1950s staple gun, which I love, I'm putting stainless steel staples in there just to hold that together. And where I need to, if I've got a surface that's going to be an outer facing, something you're going to see, oops, I've just put the staples on the inside as I've done on that piece there. So there's no, so it's nice and clean from the outside, and that'll set up. Now all I'm going to do now is basically make a box. And then work out how I'm going to add the top to it. Right, I've left it overnight, let it all square up, and it seems pretty solid now. So now it's time to try it in the van. Got my dad here to get all the pearls of wisdom I can out of him. So let's see how we get on. Right, here we go then. Hopefully I've measured twice and cut once and all the rest of it, and it's going to fit like a glove. How about that? Right, okay, I'm happy with that. That's fine. Now I've got two jobs to do. I've got to make the top for this, and also I've got to, I think I left in the last video I said that I needed to work out how I was going to finish this along here, and I've worked out what I'm going to do. So get back in the garage and let's get on with that. Right, so I found myself a nice and straight piece of timber at my local DIY store, which I think I'll do for the tops, both the unit that I'm working on at the moment and the original curved table come blah blah unit as well. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to tackle the long unit first, because that's taking up most of the timber. Interestingly, I've marked it all out now. Oh, don't know if you can see that. Can you? Yes, I have. Interestingly, it's highlighted as I've marked it out that there's quite a bend in the bulkhead that this sits up against, which, I mean, given it's, what, 55 years old, the vehicle, all sorts has happened over its time. I'm not at all concerned that there is that. It's a box section piece. It's nice and strong. But it has got a bend on it, so I've got to account for that, which means it makes it slightly more complex to cut out. So I think a combination of the circular saw and a jigsaw and a lot of sanding should probably get us where we need to go. Okay, just finished sanding it up and I've done a test fit, and it looks pretty good. That's in there. It's got a nice lip along the edge there. Now what I'm thinking of doing, and Dad's idea actually, was to put the same strip that I put on the tabletop around the edge there, and I think that is right. That will finish it off nicely. So I've broken out the router again, got the arbor in there, arbor bit in there, and that will put a groove in along the edge of the wood to take this this is the end, this is the rubber strip, and I just need to rebate out so that this tongue can fit inside in the unit, and this sits on the outside of the edge. So time to get that groove put in.
Very good.
Hey. So groove's in now, and now I've got to put the edging stripping, and I started to do that. That's the first piece, and obviously I've got some 45-degree angles on a few corners here, etc. So I made myself a little jig just to help me to temporarily put the edging in, and then I'm using simply a razor blade to get my 45-degree angles just nice and sharp, and then laying that in against these, and it seems to be going quite well. This will be all right. Let's just ease it in. Push it up. It's tight. There you go. That's good. Well, there we go. That's gone on quite well. 3 coats of like a satin varnish on the top as well, and that's that unit done. Right, so now I need to make the top that's going to take the ice bucket. Thing is that the panels that I bought, or the sheet of timber I bought, isn't wide enough, so I'm going to have to plant a piece on the side first, let that glue up overnight before I can start cutting the hole. So that glued up okay overnight. I've cut it to size now. Okay with that. Now I've just got to work out where I really want to position the bucket, and then work out I'm going to cut a really nice hole. Right, I've taken some time to make myself a jig for the router. So the idea is that I'm going to cut the circle with the router. So I've made a plate, bolted it on, got a piece of wood in there as well, holds it flat. Obviously measured this really carefully so I'll get it just inside the lid, so I've got that right. And I've just done a scrap piece just to test the diameter to make sure it's right. All seems okay. So now, after doing all this work, I'm going to make a hole in it so I know exactly where it's going to go. Drill a hole, put the pin in, sit the router on, and in a couple of passes hopefully I'll cut through a nice clean circle. That's the idea. Let's hope it works. Well, that could have gone badly wrong, but it didn't. The bits kept slipping out, so twice there I had to reset it and tighten it up, but it's not damaged the sidewall, so that looks pretty good. Let's just test it now with the bucket. Fingers crossed. Oh, I don't think it's going to go in because it's got these little bits on the side. Let's see, may do, may not do. Oh, hey! There you go. Job's a good one. Excellent. Good news. Right, so I'm just waiting for some varnish to dry on that top unit, and while that's going on, I thought I'd start to take a look at the concealed lighting that I want to put in. So I bought myself, just from Amazon, just some strip LED lighting, and I'm running it now, just test fitting it underneath and behind this unit all the way around here to here. I've just got myself a fairly simple, cheap switch, and these things don't draw a lot of current, so I've got a fuse and a fuse holder, and now I'm just going to run the wires round and test it before I glue it all in with a bit of Evo stick or a contact adhesive. I'll just test it, make sure it works. With the fuse in there, I'll run it to the front of the bus where all the fuse boxes and all the electrical inputs are, and then connect it up. We'll see what that looks like. Well, the lights work fine, and that floating bench effect has come out just as I hoped it would. Final touches have been the cushions, which I think look great. Risborough reupholsterers did that for me, and I think they did a fine job. So that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because there'll be more on the bus in later episodes. Cheers, bye.